Well, great morning. I'm going to pull cards. I want to look at the Saudis. So Trump is saying, I can get the Saudis to pay anything. Well, I don't think so. I don't think so any longer because he's got no cachet any longer. One of his supporters came on and told me I was evil and old. I have news for them. One day they will be old too. Time marches on. So if this pathetic person thinks they're going to stay young and stay in their 20s forever, they can think again. Okay, they've got a harsh reality coming. I embrace my age. I wouldn't want to go back to my 20s ever. So anyway, let's look and see about the Saudis. Just how enamored are they now with Trump? Now that basically he's got no cachet and they've been over there bragging that the Saudis will bail me out. They'll give me anything I want. Well, yeah, when you had the secrets that you could sell when you were in office and you had the cachet to do backdoor deals with the Saudis, okay? But not anymore. So this is about, of course, their relationship. This is what we're asking the cards. What about his relationship ongoing now with the Saudis? Are they all up worshiping at the temple of all things Trump? Let's see. Going into it, we have his desires, the things he was pushing. It also could be the Saudis' desires, the things that they've been pushing. Okay? And the challenge is now he's tied up. Okay? He's tied up, so of how much value is he any longer? We have him and his properties, his ability to say, look, you know, I'm wealthy and I can get them to pay anything. But there's a new message that's coming out. Okay, new message coming out on the reality. And now he is beleaguered. Okay. So going into it, he's out in the cold and faced loss. Okay. So underneath of it all, we have the new actions. They're walking away from him. Okay. They took the dark road before, when he was of value, but now they're juggling, they're weighing it out when it comes to victory and about who's got the power now. He's done. He's done. They see all these actions coming down from the courts, from these prosecutors. You know, we just had the ones with Letitia James, and now we're going to have Fani Willis. So this is charging forward, and they see him backed up against the cliff. Okay, so when it comes to any offerings, they're fishtails. They're fishtails, okay? And they don't like what's coming down the pike, and he's delusional, okay? And that they were there just to use him for as long as they could when he had some sort of strength. But like I said, now he's got no cachet. They are done with him. Because looking at long-term value, okay, you have to have some cachet. Okay, he was decent in the history when he could be manipulated, but now we have, you know, the harsh light of truth coming. The rules and the laws of America are coming, and that's what's being born now. So I'm gonna, oh, I've got so many cards here this time. Let's see if we have what we have. We have, at first, he was flush. Okay, he was a useful asset back then. But now he's out in the cold. When he was bragging about he can get them to pay anything, no. This is being juggled now. Let me see if we have any other. Hold on, let me look and see if we have any other pentacles. Yeah, they're assessing his long-term benefit. But so that's what we have for the pentacles. Grounded, daily happenings. He used to have money. Now he's out in the cold. They're juggling their stuff because they wanted long-term benefit. Well, how much benefit is he now? Okay. So mentally, we have this message coming out now about what's happening. And he is tied up. They see them tying up his assets, everything. He's going down for the count. They're retreating because this stuff is coming fast and hard. It was okay when he had some power, when he could abuse his power when he had, but now he's got nothing. Okay? He's got nothing. All he does is out there is complain, but the harsh light of law is coming after him. I think this harsh truth is Jack Smith and the courts. Okay? He is done for. So let's continue forward. We'll look at now the emotional level of this. You know, when he had something to barter, when he had something to sell, the merchant has now faced loss. Okay, so they will be walking away because when it comes for him anything to offer, it's all fishtails. Okay? He's got nothing really to offer. They see that coming down. There's really nothing he's got there. And all this stuff is, they look at the history of it. Okay? So when he had something to sell, he was of value. But now, like I said, he's got no cachet. He's got nothing to trade any longer. So how well do you think they were going to support him? They see this as being beleaguered. He's singing the blues with the new actions. And they see a victory coming for what? Fonnie Willis and for Letitia James. They're holding the power. Okay? And he is backed up against the precipice. So when it comes to their relationship, okay, under the dark light of the moon, his fantasy, it was okay when he had a strength for manipulation. But what's happened now? Okay, reality is coming. The laws and regulations are coming, and that's what's being birthed. So for him sitting there bragging and say the Saudis can bail me out, they'll pay whatever I want. Good luck with that now. He's going to be sadly mistaken to think that the Saudis want to have anything to do with him now. So we'll go ahead and look at, I think we're going to go ahead and look at the offerings now. Let's put that in the center. So what can you tell me about the offerings now? What about the offerings now? Okay, judgment is coming down when it comes to what kind of offerings are there. When it comes to his flush life, So they'll pay whatever I ask them to, okay? I'm still going to be large and in charge because I can get the Saudis to give me whatever I want. That's ended, okay? Could this be any more clear? You're getting them to pay whatever you want for whatever property because it wasn't that they wanted the property, okay? It was for the secrets, okay? It was for the secrets. And he's got no more access to anything anymore, okay? His cup of abominations has overflown and now he is tied up, okay? So he's got nothing. So that's the message being put out as far as long term and juggling all this stuff. You are out in the cold because now there is the struggle and the difficulties and all this stuff is up in the air and you got nothing anymore, okay? You've got no access to anything. You can't see anything any longer. So it's a tower moment for you and we are moving on when it comes to financial, anything to do with all things Trump, okay? That's mitigated now. So these are the choices going forward, okay? And you're a burden now when it comes to being able to get away with anything, and as well as the Republican Ugly Party, okay? So the writing's on the wall, like I said, like I felt, that he's got no cachet. He's got nothing to give. It was fine when you were holding on to power, when you had something. Then when you were flush, then we could see some long-term benefits somewhere. But this is being juggled now, and we see that you are out in the cold when it comes to all of the cases coming down, and when it comes to any kind of a new opportunity going forward. We're looking at the Republican Uglies and what they've got, what they're doing, etc. So mentally, you're tied up, the hands are tied, everything's tied up. So the message is that you've got nothing. You can see nothing. Again, like I said, he's got no cachet. There's nothing you have, no takeaway that we want. You can't get away with anything any longer. So of what value are you to us? Okay? The offerings were what? His cup of abominations that were overflowing, that now everything is up in the air. And when it comes to all things Trump family. So this extends to the whole Trumpian saga. Okay? You think that they're going to give anything to Javanka any longer? Okay? No, nothing for any of the Trumpian family. They're all have lost any value to the Saudis. So what we have, they're struggling, and there are that they see that they have just become a big burden. Okay? So the Saudis are saying, look, you got nothing anymore. Don't come to us. And don't think we're going to give you any money for any more billions for your speculation because you got nothing. We gave it to you because you'd had access to 45 when he was president and you could do something for us on the down low. But now you can forget it. You've got nothing. All things Trump. Okay? We are moving on. Okay? Because you've become a burden. Okay? So what we have here, when it came to the secrets, they have judged now that it has come to an end. It's a tower moment, and things have cooled down when it comes to anything, choices they make in life, when it comes to anything having to do with the name Trump. Okay. So I would say the reading is pretty clear. It's just what I was feeling in my all-knowing psychicness. That they're done. You won't get another penny from the Saudis, okay? Because you've got nothing of value to trade anymore. You are a has-been. You are old news, okay? You're an old sock that needs mending. It's got a hole in it. And any type of coin, anything you would try to put in there is just falling right straight out. Now, why that's coming up, I don't know, but that's what I'm being seen. He's like an old sock that now smells. It's got holes in it. And anything that you would try to use to put money in to hold it, it's just going right straight out. Okay? So that sock cannot be mended anymore. It's beyond... it's beyond use. So on that note, I'll leave that here, and we'll see you online.